Thank you very much. And joining me now is Craig Button, the Director of Scouting. And this is the very reason why we watch sports. You know, we get the chance to jump on that emotional roller coaster with teams, and we are truly fans of the game. The Montreal Canadiens, what a run they took us on this past week. You're watching the Tampa game. You're watching the Capitals game. Friday night, they knew that they did not have the fate of their club in their own hands. All Columbus had to do was end up winning the game, either in regulation, win it in a shootout, win it in overtime, and they move on. And that's exactly what happened. But what a wild ride for the Habs.
Well, and you talk about a wild ride, right? And the emotional highs. And this game against New York Rangers had all of that. I mean, the Rangers get out in front. So, like, Montreal Canadiens players, management, they're all happy. Yeah, let's go. And then it gets tied. Ryan Dzingel, an acquisition at the deadline by Jarmo Kekalainen, and then Panarin, the guy they held on to, right? So he scores and gets them ahead 2-1. And then when it looks like there's no chance, 6 seconds left in the game, and Pavel Buchnevich ties it. You can only imagine what Montreal Canadiens fans, players, management were all doing. They must have been cheering. That's the high of the roller coaster. And then you get to the shootout. Panarin ends it in terms of scoring the goal, and Bobrovsky shuts the door. So Jarmo Kekalainen, who I love the fact that he bet on his team, well, guess what? All his bets that he placed the dollars on, they paid off in this game in a big way. But, you know, you think about the great highs and the great lows and everything in between, that is what sport is all about.
Oh, it's fantastic. Think about Columbus even last year in the postseason. They were a shin pad away from dumping the Capitals out of the postseason. And Bobrovsky is so good now that CBJ, and I don't know how tough of an out they're going to be in the playoffs, but I'll tell you what, they'll create a little bit of concern to whomever they're facing.
Okay, so let's go back 2 years. They played Pittsburgh and took Pittsburgh in a hard series, and Pittsburgh ultimately went on to win the Stanley Cup. Last year, you're right. They were up 2-0. They hit a post, the shin pad. They could have been up 3-0. We would have never had the opportunity to watch Ovi celebrate like he did, right? And like, how much would we have missed that? We wouldn't have known, but like now that we do know, that would have been a big miss. They're a hard out. They're hard out because they're pushing. Bobrovsky's playing at a high level. You're right. And now there's a sense of relief for the team, too, that you just go about your business now. I don't think they're an easy team to play in the first round of the playoffs.
No, I don't think they are either. You're right. And I think the most difficult hurdle for them this season, without a doubt, was just getting in.